Are you ready to turn heads? Luxury isn't just worn, it's experienced. Introducing a Layla Cara style and new up-and-coming designer collection where exclusive shoes and bags for men and women meets your feet. How about you take a handbag and wear it in style, where each piece is personally designed by a Layla Cara herself and handcrafted from the finest material in Italy. Leather, smooth like butter, bold, timeless, distinctly you. Step into true elegance and make your mark with a Layla Cara style where confidence meets craftsmanship. Visit a Layla Cara style and experience the luxury of art that you wear. Okay, so we are in 2025. We finally made it to another year. If you are listening to this video, this podcast, then guess what? You are in the new year. So I want to say congratulations to everyone who made it this far. This year, we're going to do a little thing called vision. What is it that you want to do for this year? Not only what you want to do for this year, I will be talking about relationships for 2025. So basically for the entire year, I'm going to be talking about relationships from forgiveness to trust to, of course, I'm going to share some more things about narcissistic, as well as all the things that we deal with people in relationships, why relationships are important, and then why we should break off some relationships that we have with others. All relationships are not good relationships, as well as not meant to always take place and continue on. I'm going to talk about the different types of people that's in your life. That way you can distinguish what type of person you might be dealing with. So for instance, when you have a concubine, when you have a constituent, when you have a person who is supposed to be a life friend, someone who's going to be there to tell you exactly what you are doing wrong, as well as the things you're doing right, or just basically there to listen to you. And then those who are seasonal people, those you're not supposed to have around after what it is that they were sent into your life has been completed. So we have a problem with holding on to people longer than we should. Then we also have a problem with pushing away those who are supposed to be there a lot longer than we are letting them stay. So, with all that being said, we're going to talk about relationships, how to mend relationships, how to put together relationships that are broken, and then how to keep certain relationships that are broken, not quite a relationship, but to at least get past the hurt that took place in that relationship to make you break up or to make you no longer be acquainted with one another. So that's what this year is going to be about. I'm going to touch base on different types of relationships throughout the year. So stick around. I hope that this is something that you are intrigued about. I will also be incorporating scriptures into some of my podcasts, such as Matthew chapter 8, verse 19 through 20. What that says is, if two people agree on earth about anything they ask, it will be done for them by God. Where two or three gather in Jesus' name, He is present with them. So basically, this is the reason why relationships are important, because there are some people who might feel like, I don't need nobody. All I need is myself. Well, we have to understand that we were not created to be alone. So why else would God say if two or three? If that's the case, if you was created to be alone, he would never made that statement in the first place, you know? It would have never been a statement to talk about or to even put into the book. So it's a reason for this particular year to be based on relationships. So I'll be going through different topics about relationships. I'm going to touch base on different incidents about relationships. I'm even going to share some of my own experiences and stuff like that. You know how I do it, so I'm going to continue to keep doing that as well. I just want to make sure everyone knows what you're going to be getting from Alayla throughout year 2025. Now, if you are listening to this on Buzzsprout, even if you haven't listened to it on Buzzsprout, you can still go to Buzzsprout and you can write in your comments and your reviews on whatever topic that I'm talking about, and I can read them. So just letting you know, if you want to say anything, go to Buzzsprout, go to my channel, put in my name, Alayla Carroll. If not my name, you can also put in the title, Improving Your Thoughts by Freeing Yourself, and you will be able to go straight to that particular topic, like right now, this topic, and you can leave your review. So please do so. I would love to hear back from some of you guys just to know what your thoughts are. Now, let's go ahead and talk about today's topic. So today's topic, I want to talk about not being desperate. I know I spoke about this once before a couple of years back, but I want to go a little bit deeper into the desperation of some of us. We tend to want to have somebody in our lives so badly to where we find ourselves putting up with anything. Now, most of us, especially us ladies, we have a bad problem with wanting to be wanted. We will go through desperate measures to be desired, even changing our bodies to be attracted to whoever we are desiring to want us. You have to ask yourself why. Why do you feel the need to want to do any of those things to yourself? Now, I have to admit, there has been a time when I felt like maybe if I had a bigger butt, maybe, just maybe, I will be more desirable in certain areas with certain people. But as I continue to live longer, I start realizing that that is overrated. That's not something that I really care to do. Now, I never desire to have bigger breasts because I do have them. But I have to admit, I have desire for my breasts to be smaller. Now, how often do you hear that? You don't hear that often, do you? Most of the time you hear women talking about getting implants so they can make their breasts bigger. Well, for those of us who have big breasts, trust me, it's not all what it cracked up to be. Because think about it. We have back problems. A lot of us hunch over, so we can't just keep our posture straight sometimes. And sometimes it's just uncomfortable, especially if you have hormonal problems or whatever. So what I'm trying to relate to you is that it's not always the best thing to do, is to go out there and get big boobs. But you got those who don't know what it's like to have them and want them because they think that's going to make them feel more as a woman. Well, it's no different from the woman wanting to have a bigger backside, a big butt, okay? We feel like most people will find us attractive if we had a bigger butt. But I am learning that a lot of men don't like it. I have heard many and plenty men say, I like a natural woman more than a woman who's been cosmetically made. I would prefer her to be natural. So if her butt is round and big, if it's natural, beautiful. But if it's not, I don't always care for that. But I will play with it, but I don't really always care for it. Now you might say to yourself, who are these men that's saying these things? Are they the old school type or are they the younger type? Well, it really doesn't matter. What matters is what you want for yourself. You have to be careful with the enhancements that you do to yourself because you are the one who have to live with it. Everybody don't have to live with what you are doing to yourself, but you. You are the only one. And I'm saying all these things because when I come around, and I travel a lot, when I come around places and I go to places and I start seeing these girls, and I say to myself, why did she do that to herself? And then I start thinking, it's something with her mind. It's something in her mind. Something either happened to her to where she feel that she was unpretty to make her go out and do these things to herself, or someone talked her into this, making her think that it was the right thing to do. Getting these enhancements with your body, it's okay if you're doing it for yourself, not for everyone else, or not for someone to want you or like you or be with you, because you will be so unhappy, and I mean clearly to the point of unhappiness, that you will wish that you would never ever done this to yourself. So I have a friend, and she done some things to herself. What I mean is that she done had tummy tucks, she done had liposurgery, she done so much work to her body to where when it was all said and done, she was unhappy even more after the surgery than she was before the surgery. And she said, I wish I would have never done this to myself. I think I look more uglier now than I did before. Well, when I heard her say that, I have to think to myself, what made you do it in the first place? And then I thought about it. I didn't ask her these questions. I just thought about these questions. What made her do this in the first place? But then when I started looking back in the past, and I got some old pictures of us, and I said she was really big. So I can see where she wanted to lose the weight. But I can also see why she figured that surgery was the right way to go. But then I think about it, if you don't get your mind right, I don't care what you do to your body. If your mind is not right, it doesn't matter what you do to your body. You're still going to be unhappy because you have to start within yourself to be happy. Happiness comes from within you, and then it protrudes itself outwards for others to see. So that's one of the topics I want to talk about. I want to talk about happiness. I want to talk about that no one is responsible for your happiness but you. And getting into relationships with people to make you happy is the ultimate goal for destruction, because no one is responsible for your happiness but yourself. So we're going to talk about all these different things, and I want you guys to stay tuned and prepare yourself for some of the topics that I'm going to share with you guys. And hopefully these topics put you in a mind frame where you can start looking at yourself, thinking about some of the things that you have going on in your life and some of the people that you have around you. That way you can take the time to evaluate yourself throughout the year and make the right changes. Okay, so stay tuned, and we will definitely continue our journey throughout the year. I hope you had a good New Year's. I hope your New Year's was perfect for you. And even if it wasn't, guess what? You're still alive, and you have enough time that you have to be able to do something different with yourself than you did before. So I'll talk to y'all later.
Are you feeling overwhelmed and exhausted by stress? Introducing Stress Management with Imaging Coaching, your ticket to a calmer, more balanced life. In this journey you will be taking with us here at Imaging Coaching, we'll equip you with powerful techniques and tools you can use to conquer stress, control, and transform your life. From deep breathing exercises to mindfulness practices, you'll discover the tools to relax your mind and body. Come join us on this transformative path and unlock a world of inner peace and resilience. Don't let stress hold you back any longer. Take charge of your well-being today with Imaging Coaching, your stress management team. Discover clarity. Defeat stress through Imaging Coaching at imagingcoaching.com, at imagingcoaching.com, at imagingcoaching.com, at imagingcoaching.com.